Hey there, I'm Emily Duplessis from Rental Rookie, and today I'm going to answer the question, who pays for the utilities? When you are managing a property and purchasing and acquiring property, a lot of times what we have found is that who pays for the utilities depends on the property type. And a lot of our single family properties that are one unit, we have our tenants pay all of the utilities. We don't pay anything. If there's an association fee that is related to it, we physically pay that, but we have it included in their monthly rent. But we have them pay all of the utilities, the electric, the gas, water, they are in charge of that. Now, where we run into issues is when we start getting into some of the multi-units, where things maybe aren't separated. So we own some older homes that were single family homes that have been turned into duplexes. And in some of those cases, there are some of the utilities are not split. And so as a result, we pay the utilities on those. We have the tenants pay whatever utilities can be split. But for some of those properties where there's a shared portion, we pay those utilities, and we just calculated that before we ever bought the property. We found out what that cost is. We calculated it into our analysis to make sure that the number still worked with us paying the utilities. If you have some of the bigger apartment buildings, you might be able to, some of the things might be split, so maybe some of the tenants pay some of the utilities, maybe you as the landlord. I know with bigger apartment buildings or bigger, 4-plex, 5-plex, a lot of times, a lot of the utilities will be split, but the landlord might pay for things like trash, or sewage, right? Because those are some of the combined things that come into the property. So definitely something that I would say it depends on the type of property. I can tell you I enjoy not paying utilities as a landlord. If we can have the tenants pay the utilities, I would much rather have the tenants pay the utilities. The only little bit of headache is that when tenants move in and out, when you have turnover, as a landlord, you're going to have to call and make sure that the utilities get put back in your name, and then the tenants, you have to make sure that you let the tenants know what the utilities are so that they can put it in their name. So there's a little bit of turnover issues that can arise in that process. But all in all, I like the tenants being responsible for their heat bill and their water bill. So if they want to take half-hour showers or have their heat cranked up to 80 degrees, they're paying for it. We're not paying for it. Another thing that I will mention with our student rentals, we do pay all of the utilities. What we have found and what we've learned, and actually just talking with other landlords of student rentals, is that in today's world, while it was different when I went to college, which wasn't really that long ago, today's world, parents and kids really just kind of want a one-stop shop where they pay one check, they write one bill, here you go, and everything is included. So when it comes to our student rentals, we do pay all of the utilities for that. But again, that's more of ease of just, there's more turnover with student rentals, you've got more kids involved with student rentals, there's more tenants, could potentially be more headaches. It's just a lot easier if we just kind of handle all of that, then there isn't really any turnover throughout the course of the year, and it just maintains steadiness. We do, again, find out what those utilities are going to be, and then we calculate it into our analysis. That's the biggest thing that I have to say about this video, is that when you're buying a property and if it looks as if you're going to have to pay utilities, ask for bills, ask for documentation. What did it actually cost the previous landlord to run that property in terms of utilities? So that you know what it's going to cost you, so that you can run an accurate analysis. And I will tell you that we have asked for copies of bills and they have sent them to us. So don't feel out of place or that you're being too nosy if you ask for those sorts of things, because you're just trying to make the best decision possible for you. So again, paying utilities, really you're going to have to look at each property on an individual basis that you're looking at to determine who is going to pay the utilities.